relax and reflect with your families over the next week or so. We know that it's been a very trying year, and through it all, we have worked as a team, we've worked as a community, we've worked as a state to stick together, and I think that we definitely should take an opportunity to do that over the next week as we work and reflect. Tonight, again, as I mentioned, you'll learn a lot of information about the World Language Magnet Program here at South MEC. We have some amazing experts who are on the line, who are inclusive of Ms. Sandra Meyer, our World Language Magnet Coordinator, and then Dean Mitchell, our World Language Magnet Administrator. So sit back, call everybody in your house to wherever you might be so everybody can hear the information at the same time, because we definitely want to be sure that we answer any questions that you may have as families, as 8th graders, or even as students here at South MEC. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Thank you. We're going to start off with a video that was made by some of our students for the World Language Magnet.
Dean Mitchell, if you can check the sound isn't working.
Okay, I can hear it on my end. I'm not sure why. Do you know how to troubleshoot that?
If you go to, whenever you click share screen, be sure that that button is clicked that says allow sound through a computer.
Sorry, everybody. Let's try this again.
欢迎大家来到北加州南美科县高中。
我们学校拥有3300个学生。南美科高中是北卡州第3大高中，也是北卡州容纳各个种族的前10名学校之一。
Le lycée de South MEC reconnaît un grand range de compétences et besoins qui arrivent avec un corps étudiant et offrant les programmes pour chaque élève à poursuivre ses intérêts et maximiser son potentiel.
Alle Schüler und Schülerinnen bei South MEC können Advanced Placement, Honors und Standardkursen in verschiedenen Fächern wählen.
Es gibt auch Programme in Hauswirtschaft, Autoservice, Business, Militär und viel mehr.
皆さん、この高校で活躍してみたいと思いませんか？
サスメックでは男子生徒と女子生徒のために38のノースカロライナアスレチックアソシエーションに認可された代表とジュニア代表のスポーツをサポートしているんです。
El programa Magnet de Idiomas de South MEC es el más grande de Carolina del Norte.
El programa de Magnet de Idiomas en South MEC tiene 19 maestros, certificado en una calidad alta, certificado en su área respectiva.
El programa Magnet de Idiomas tiene 731 estudiantes inscritos. Eso representa el 22% de estudiantes completo en el South MEC.
Los estudiantes pueden estudiar 5 idiomas diferentes,
incluyendo chino,
francés,
alemán,
japonés
y español.
To learn more about South Mecklenburg High School and our World Languages Magnet, please visit our website and follow us on social media. It's a great day to be a Sabre.
So at South Mecklenburg High School, we have over 3,200 students. Our population consists of 40% Hispanic, 31% white, 22% African American, and 2.5% Asian, 3% multiracial or other. Out of the 678 students in the graduating class of 2020, 72% of those were academically eligible to attend a four-year university. As far as academics at South Meck, we have a wide range of students, and we realize that we have a diverse population. We offer AP classes, honors classes, and standard classes. And as far as athletics are concerned, we have 38 North Carolina High School Athletic Association sanctioned varsity and junior varsity sports for men and women. In the fall, we offer cross country, cheerleading, football, golf, soccer, tennis, and volleyball. Our winter sports are basketball, cheerleading, indoor track, swimming and wrestling, and spring sports are baseball, golf, lacrosse, soccer, softball, and tennis and track. That is in a typical year. So we know this year during COVID, our sports seasons are a little bit different. So if you're looking for ways to get involved, we have extracurricular activities. We have a wide range of clubs and organizations that our students can participate in. Like the student said earlier in the video, we have over 70 clubs and organizations. And as far as our World Languages Magnet Program, the South Meck World Languages Magnet Program is the largest World Language Magnet program in North Carolina, and it consists of 731 students, 19 certified teachers, and we offer 5 languages: Chinese, French, German, Japanese, and Spanish. The World Language and Dual Language Immersion Program in CMS. These programs, students have the opportunity to gain a global perspective and appreciation for the history, language, and cultures of other nations. And they're also able to develop biliterate and bilingual and multicultural students. So the vision for South Mecklenburg High School World Language Magnet Program is to develop biliterate and bilingual students. Our program implements intensive curriculum in the target language that addresses the goals and objectives of the Common Core and North Carolina Essential Standards. South Meck also provides exposure to special magnet theme related activities, encourages collaboration between our school and the international communities. For this coming school year in April, we're having a cultural fair. So that's one of the opportunities that the students will get to participate in. As a World Language Magnet student, the graduation requirements are listed here on your screen. In 9th, 10th, and 12th grade, you will take 2 world language themed classes, and in 11th grade, you'll be enrolled in 1. And the reason for that is in 11th grade is the level that you will be taking your AP class, Advanced Placement course. And in order to stay in good standings with the Language Magnet Program and to receive your World Language Magnet cord at graduation, students must successfully complete 7 courses in this sequence. So for Spanish, Japanese, German, and French, level 1 and 2, honors level 3, and honors Spanish, or whatever the course is, Spanish, Japanese, German, or French, civilization and culture, honors level 4, and honors civilization and culture 2, AP Spanish, language and culture 5, and AP Spanish and culture 6, and honors level 7. This is our first year that we've been able to offer an honors level 7, so our programs are definitely growing. And in Chinese, you will be able to take levels 1, 2, honors level 3, honors level 4, and AP level 5. And once you come in, you will choose your program's language, and you have to stick with that language for 7 courses. While the students are expected to continue the selected language, you are not permitted to change languages during your language magnet tenure at South Meck. There's also different magnet courses that you're able to take within those 7 courses, and they include AP Human Geography, AP World History, Honors Latin American Studies, Honors Latin American Studies in Spanish, Honors Spanish 7, which is Leadership and Learning, Honors French 7, Leadership and Learning, and Honors German 7, Leadership and Learning. So The school choice lottery is open now. And if you have questions regarding the school choice lottery and how to apply, what you need to do, anything that is related to the school language, the magnet itself, or the application process itself, you will need to see cmschoice.org, and it has lots of information on those pages that will give you opportunities to create your PIN, create your application. You will see the deadlines. But we are going to open it up now for you to ask questions regarding the South Meck World Language Magnet Program. So here are the two contact information. Sandra Meyer is on our call tonight. She is our World Language Magnet Coordinator, as mentioned before, and myself, Christy Mitchell. These are our email addresses that you can email us directly, or we will open it up for question and answers. If you will type in the chat feature, if you have any questions that you would like us to answer.
As you are thinking of questions to ask, and we have a few that are coming in now, so we definitely want to acknowledge those. As you're thinking of questions, please know that there's no question that's too big or too small. So ask any question that you may have. Dean Mitchell, if you don't mind going back to the slide that has the courses on it, or the language progression, because that's often many of the questions that we actually receive. And so for students that attend that are looking to attend South Meck from Collinswood Language Academy, obviously you will be coming into us with a number of years as a Spanish-speaking student. And so, yes, you are still expected to complete the lottery application, because it will now give you an opportunity for us to know what language you are interested in. Because yes, we have students that come to us from Collinswood, and we know 1000% you want to continue with Spanish, but there may be some students who want to do something different. And so we definitely encourage you to complete that lottery application 1000%. We also know our students from Waddell Language Academy. If you are on the call, we know that you have been exposed to a variety of different languages, and you have had experiences in probably the same languages that we offer here, but you probably have only been in that one language for a number of years. And so you again will need to be sure that you complete that lottery application so that you can then select the language that you intend to continue with here at South Meck. If you attend any school outside of Collinswood or Waddell, then it is so important that you be sure that you complete the lottery application, because that's going to help us determine what level 1 and level 2 class you go into, whereas our students who are coming to us from Waddell and Collinswood, they come in at level 3. What level do Waddell students who have immersion on their target language since kindergarten enter? Very good question. So students who come to us from Waddell and Collinswood, you come into us at honors level 3. You start at honors level 3. You have had so many years of experience in that language that you get to skip level 1 and level 2. What is leadership and learning? Very good question. So that's brand new this year, where we offered a Honor Spanish 7 course that is designed directly from our leadership and learning course. And so that course gives students an opportunity who have been in that language for a number of years, now an opportunity to extend their content outside of the schoolhouse. And so they can engage in discussions and conversations with companies and organizations in our community that are seeking individuals who are very proficient in the language, and it allows for them to build on some partnerships with agencies outside of our school. It also allows those students an opportunity to serve as peer tutors to some of their classmates who may be in the earlier years, like level 1, level 2, and level 3, because it's now I'm a level 7 student. I am like I've been in this thing for a long time. And so now I can go and tutor some students in that target language, whereas other students may not feel as comfortable having that tutoring from their teacher. They now will have an opportunity to have that tutoring from a classmate or a upperclassman student. Very good question. And those who added an additional language in 6th grade, so completing, for example, Spanish in 6th, 7th, and 8th, what level will they enter? So all students who come to us from Waddell, who have had the experience in those languages, they come at level 3. There's no difference in if you just come straight from Waddell, you go straight into level 3. On that note, is it possible to continue taking 2 language classes? Very good question. We have some students who are in 3 languages. I don't know how they do it, but I'll tell you, we do have students who take 2 languages, and it is possible. When we do that, though, we want to be sure that our students are able to actually meet their graduation requirements as well. And so it's extremely critical that they would have an opportunity to be sure that they get all the graduation requirements in that are necessary, that math, English, science, social studies, those elective courses, which obviously can be inclusive of those second language courses as well. Very good question. And Ms. Meyer, please interject if I am not answering questions correctly. So what would the Spanish level 3 Waddell, would the Spanish level 3 Waddell kids be with the Collinswood kids? Very good question. We got that question quite a bit last year. And the answer to that is yes. Students that are coming to us from Collinswood and Waddell, this will be their first experience actually being in classes together, even though we understand and realize that one is a language immersion program and one is not. And so we do realize that those programs are distinctly different, and our teachers have wonderful opportunities in those civ and culture classes to embed the necessary skills that may be necessary based on the curriculum from Collinswood versus the curriculum from Waddell. Very good questions in the chat. Thank you very much. Do you have a full staff? Very good question. We at South Meck are always excited by the fact that we are fully staffed. We have 19 highly qualified and certified teachers in every single one of our language classrooms. And so, yes, we are fully staffed, and we work every single year to ensure that we're fully staffed. In fact, this year we had to add a part-time Japanese teacher because our Japanese numbers were busting out the seams. And so we went from 1 teacher to 1.5 teacher in Japanese for that exact reason. And we will work and do everything possible to ensure that we are monitoring our numbers for future years so that if we need to add additional staff members in those areas, then we will work to be sure we do so. But we have 2, Ms. Mar, you about to say something?
Yeah, I just want to clarify because I am a parent from Collinswood, and it was a big change when students come to South Meck. We no longer consider them immersion students. The immersion program ends in 8th grade. So once they come to high school, we do not have immersion teachers. We have qualified teachers who will work with all the students in South Meck. That means your students who come from an immersion program will most likely be in the same class with other students who did not come from an immersion program. We do not separate them by class. At this point, the proficiency level should be the same, even though students that have been immersed in the program for many years feel more comfortable with the language. The proficiency level is still similar to those who have only learned in high school, which means everybody's going to be in the same class. And we do not separate immersion students from not immersion students. So just that clarification, because that was confusing for me as a parent when my kids came to high school and all of a sudden they were mixed with all the other students.
What's your average class size? Very good question there. So when you get to high school, class sizes look a little bit different than they do at the middle school and elementary school level. And so here at the high school, we have classes that range from 10 all the way upwards to some of our classes could have 35, 38 students in them. Very good question. We missed the start of the presentation and we are new to Charlotte. Is it correct that South Meck is uniquely a language immersion or a foreign language is one of the many programs that the high school offers? So we at South Meck are exclusively a world language magnet program. And that program is within our school. So we have about a little more than 700 students that elect to come to our school to engage in one of our 5 language offerings that we have. And those language offerings are Spanish, French, German, Chinese, and Japanese. And again, any student who's residential to us can take part in any of those elective courses, but we also, those language courses, but we also have students that can have an opportunity to opt in by going through the lottery to actually select South Meck as their high school of choice. And so students from Waddell and Collinswood are very familiar with our language program, but any student in any of our other middle schools that are in our South Zone area can opt in to come to South. For the person who missed the start of the presentation, we can be sure that the recording is posted for you so that you'll have an opportunity to engage in any information that may have been offered prior to you coming on board. If you have any additional questions, please list them in the chat, and I'm going to shift it back over to Dean Mitchell.
So the lottery opens officially next Monday on November 30th, and you can go to cmschoice.org to apply. And after you apply, then you will receive information back from the choice, from CMS Choice itself, probably in January with more information. So if you have, remember, if you have any more questions regarding the actual process, we will not be able to tell you at South Meck anything about your application process. So you need to contact cmschoice.org for any questions regarding the actual application process itself, or then you can contact Mrs. Meyer or myself with any questions. If you think of a question next week, or as you're filling out the application and you have a question, you can contact Mrs. Meyer or myself, and we can help you answer any questions from the actual language magnet for South Meck specific questions. And if there's any more questions, we'll give you a couple more minutes if you'd like to add any more questions to the chat feature. Will there be another presentation for just the high school in general, or for a chance for rising 8th graders to see the school? So if you're referring to a general open house and not a world language lottery open house, then I believe that's scheduled for early spring, early next year, maybe February, I believe. I don't think we have a date set out yet, but there will be an open house that will be inclusive of everything that we offer for South Meck.
There is a link that's available on our YouTube page or on a YouTube channel that you could see our virtual school tour that is available out there as well. If you just go on YouTube and go to our South Meck page, and I'll drop it in the chat feature for you, then you will have an opportunity to see our virtual school tour.
No, the general open house will not take place before the lottery window closes. The last day to apply for the choice lottery is December 13th. So the window is only open from November 30th to December 13th. There will be a second lottery in the spring as well.
Are there any exchange opportunities or studies abroad? So yes, CMS does have an amazing partnership with a number of agencies that have some study abroad opportunities, and you can simply go on our CMS website and check those out. Prior to COVID, we at South every single year had some amazing trips that we took, international trips, where our teachers would sponsor trips out of the country. It's our sure hope that once COVID is gone, that we will have opportunities to travel if in fact that's allowed by CMS. If students are enrolled in one language, are they still able to take additional electives such as art, band, music, all those cool things? Yes. Students that enroll in our World Language Magnet program are still engaged in the full curriculum that we have to offer. So band, music, art, ROTC, CTE, you name it, any other course, they still are able to enroll in for sure. Just to confirm, those that attend Collinswood or Waddell do still need to complete the lottery submission. Yes, that is correct. Students from Collinswood and Waddell still need to complete the lottery submission. That is correct. Yep, looks like we've answered most of those questions. We are always here to answer any questions that you may have. And so if you have additional questions, please don't hesitate to contact Ms. Meyer, who's our magnet coordinator, or Ms. Mitchell, who's our magnet administrator. They are amazing at their work, and they are able to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you very much, everyone. And I hope you all have a very nice Thanksgiving. And again, I'm gonna leave this up here for just a couple more minutes if you'd like to jot down Ms. Meyer or myself our email addresses before we leave. Okay, thank you very much for participating with us tonight, and have a great day.